Yeah, I think this is reverse. 2018 calendar, Drinking with Monks. Some great pictures. Overall, though, not the content's not great. I thought there was gonna be a lot more drinking lore in it. There's really not. And that's I want to complain today. There's a dearth of good Catholic drinking books out there. Um, Quite frankly, I was gonna do like a whole 5 minutes on this. Maybe I'll go 3 minutes. I'm gonna point out a couple if you're interested. G.K. Chesterton, The Flying N. Excellent, fun book. Chesterton is kind of an acquired taste, kind of like listening to the Rolling Stones. It may take a while to get used to them, but this book is all about it's a fictional book. Chesterton had a real hang up with Puritans, teetotalers, the Prohibition movement. He was a contemporary of American Prohibition. He was from England, but he's kind of scoffed at it. He made the funny remark that on Thanksgiving Day, the Americans give thanks that the Puritans came to America, and the English give thanks that they left England. No tolerance for Puritanism, and it's basically rejection of the sacramental nature of existence. This book is about prohibition, basically. It's about a fictional world or fictional England, where the authorities basically outlaw curtail drinking. So a pub owner named Hump takes a casket of rum and a big round of cheese on a donkey cart and flies, the flying N. He puts the N on wheels to stay away from the authorities, to stay one step ahead of them. It's a fun book. It has the only poem I've ever memorized. It's St. George he was for England, and before he slayed the dragon, he drank a pint of English ale out of an English flagon. For though he fast mightily in hair shirt or in mail, it wasn't safe to give him cakes unless you give him ale. Not exact. I think I got that real close though. Anyway, highly recommended fictional book. Another excellent book you got to get. It's called The Adventures of Beer Man. It's written by the charlatan named Eric Shesky. Self-published on Amazon. Been self-proclaimed as the greatest 99-cent book of all time. It is a very Catholic book on drinking, by the way. It's about a man who basically morphs into a superhero when he drinks. So by morphing into the superhero called Beer Man, he brings joy and levity to those around him. If you read like the works of Jose Maria Escriva or Francis Fernandez, his disciple, in Conversation with God, they talk often about making life more pleasant for people around you. Is really it's not just an art; it's a grace, and it's something you really need to try to do. That spirit leavens or runs throughout the Adventures of Beer Man. And again, I really couldn't care less. I get 33 cents every book sale. Go buy it if you want. I don't. I might buy me a case of beer eventually if enough people buy it. But it's a fun book, and it's 100 pages long. My kids have read it; they really liked it. You know, they can be harsh critics, and anyway, you may want to check that out. It's a very Catholic book on drinking. Another book, John Zmirak. This one, The Bad Catholic's Guide to Wine, Whiskey, and Song. I've not read all of it, but what I've read is good. Zmirak's funny as hell. Yeah, just a real decent guy. Yale graduate, heavy duty, great guy. Yeah, this is his first Bad Catholic's Guide to Good Living. I read this one and I loved it. I can't remember if there's a lot of drinking references in it, but I think there is. And either way, both books underline the sacramental nature of the world. Everything in this world is put here by God. Therefore, everything in this world is good. Everything in this world can be a means of grace. Some of you have heard me refer to drinking as like a sacramental, basically a means of grace instituted by the church. It wasn't really instituted by the church, but a means of grace instituted by Eric. Basically, it says alcohol, you know, get to this extra level of thinking, putting aside the self, putting aside the ego. We can kind of see things as they really are. And when you see things as they really are, you see that all things are really good. And that's where I think the virtue of moderate drinking comes in. That sacramental view of creation runs throughout Zmirak's books. So I'd recommend those as well. That's it. Thanks. Bye.